Well, howdy, Dima. How are you doing?
I am doing great. It's so wonderful to be on this show again. I saw our show last week, and it's nice to be back.
I missed you too.
Oh yeah, I missed the show. I missed you. Yeah, it's interesting missing a week, like skipping a week felt like it's a lot.
I mean, imagine the withdrawal. Do you remember the withdrawal we had going 3 shows a week? And then we've tapered it back 3, 2, 1. I mean,
yeah,
get some personal sanity back and some free time. But it is weird going from show to show. Seems like a long time.
It does,
and it can be when we miss a week.
Yep.
You know, we got to ask Jay about that. Ooh, they got to know if they're signing in, right? They got to know about our guests.
Yep.
But we got to ask Jay if it's the same way because he's doing his daily radio shows. So.
Yep. Let's get Jay.
Okay. You ready?
I am ready.
I'm ready. I'm going to change some graphics. Let's get the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jay Ducote on here. Jay, how you doing, my man?
Hey, Rob, Dima. Good to see y'all. Doing great.
So good to see you. Now, I got to ask, do you know Dima, Jay? Did you know Dima before the show?
We have met before, yes.
Okay.
Well, I went to his restaurant. I was telling him this earlier, and I went there with Adrian, and we had such a good time.
Awesome.
I love it.
With the carrot, the one with the carrot. That was
the Magna Carrot. That's a good
Magna
one.
Carrot.
Now, Rob's a Buffalo Bill guy and a Clucks and Balances guy.
I am a newly, transformed Buffalo Bill guy. But the Clucks and I went for 6 Clucks on Monday.
My man.
At 10 a.m. I was so upset because I couldn't order.
Yeah, because we don't open until 11.
It was 10 o'clock and I was already getting upset. Where are my tacos?
Yeah, I understand. Clucks and Balances is the one that I crave as well. Like that's Jay Ducote on a taco right there.
Oh, it's everything you could possibly love and want in a taco. So you like the Magna Carrot? Have you tried the corn? Have you tried the corn, Dima? Have you tried the elote? The street corn?
Jay, you have 2 vegetarian options, and I had the 2 vegetarian options.
Okay.
So,
The Operation Mole and the Magna Carrot.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'm glad one of us remember the name of them.
Yeah, that's my job.
we're talking about all this stuff. Do we even say what we're talking about? Like what we're eating, where you can get the Clucks and the Balances? Did we even talk about that?
Taco, man.
We got to back up. I feel like everyone else is on the same friend level that I still aspire to be with you, but that we are currently at, Jay. So we need to give them small doses. You're like a guy in Baton Rouge that does amazing things. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because I think that ties into the taco comments.
Yeah, eventually it does for sure. So, yeah, Rob and I go all the way back to undergrad at LSU. I was born in Baton Rouge, the old women's hospital. Grew up in Sugar Land, Texas, outside of Houston. Came back, went to LSU, got a degree in economics and political science, then a master's in political science. Then said I want nothing to do with politics for the rest of my life. Fell backwards into a job teaching high school math and coaching baseball for a couple years. Then I got a job working for the state doing policy research and grant writing. Then I was working for a nonprofit in the healthcare world, carrying out some of those grants. And I got into food through writing and blogging and social media. And everything just kind of snowballed from there. Now, that's not maybe obviously an extremely abbreviated version of everything. I really, when I was at LSU, majored in tailgating, and I learned how to cook throwing tailgate parties for LSU football. And so that's always been a huge, core of just kind of the culture and the passion behind food that I've had is what I learned to do on LSU's campus.
Jay, I remember some of those, not all of those. They were amazing.
We threw some good tailgate parties in the day, that's for sure.
And so and that's only like literally a bit of the story. You have so much. Can you fast forward a little bit? Because I remember driving to work. I was working downtown, and I'd be going through Arsenal Park, that little windy street.
Yep.
And I would see your truck, the obviously unique truck, right? With everything.
Yeah.
I love those. Those are good old days, Jay, when I would see you at the Capitol occasionally and know that you were doing us well. So, but fast forward a little bit. So this food thing kind of took off for you.
Yeah, the food thing kind of took off through blogging and social media, and then radio and podcasting and pop-up dinners and private dinners and just kind of building a brand for it. It really did just kind of take off. And I found myself in 2011 on season 2 of MasterChef on Fox. Didn't make it very far, but that was my first national TV experience. And I just kind of said, you know what, like I liked this. This was fun. I got to cook for Gordon Ramsay. I got flown out to Los Angeles. And when I came back, I kind of made a decision that I would dedicate myself to it and really pursue that as something that I was passionate about, not only cooking itself, but also embracing food and beverage as a subject matter, as a culture, as something that I really wanted to learn more about and be an expert on. And so through radio and writing and all of those things, I got to explore that passion that much more and really create a name for myself in the food and beverage world, more than just cooking. It was, a whole lot of other stuff as well.
Wow. And we got some interesting comments. So let's show it. And they say the political science degrees aren't worth it.
Yeah. Well, this isn't what I thought I would be doing with my political science degrees, but it's working out for me now, I guess.
I was telling today about the show, and I'm like, between Rob and Jay, we're gonna have tons of energy. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be out of control. And then we talked with Jay, and you are recovering from COVID. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so that is unfortunate. Part of what I'm going through right now. I'm just starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm still not 100%. I'm still working from home this week. The last 2 weeks up until really this past weekend, I was out of commission and was COVID pretty much took me out for a full 2 weeks. And then this week, it's been getting a whole lot better. And I'm starting to feel myself for the most part, but still a little bit of a level of exhaustion there at the end of the day. But it's been the real deal. It's been rough. Pretty much every symptom in the book, except I never lost my taste or smell.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah,
that was my question.
The one thing that didn't get me was the taste and the smell. So I've been able to keep eating. I lost my appetite for a few days, and just like didn't want to eat, but I could taste. So
no tacos for you. Yeah.
I'll take them.
No, I haven't had government taco in 2.5 weeks.
Wow. I'm so sorry, Jay.
Haven't had a beer or a glass of wine or a whiskey in 2.5 weeks either. What? So
look, Tommy and Anthony, they were hammering away on the show today. They're fine. It's in good hands.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
I saw Tommy's cheeks get rosy and red. How could you see that with the beard? But I saw it.
Well, good.
He was. Yeah. It's in good hands.
I love it. Yeah. Chuck P's been doing a great job over there. My producer, and then they've been getting a lot of guests to fill in on the Jay Ducote show. That's Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Part of my normal day job is doing that drive home radio show, and that's been kind of weird being out for. By the end of this week, it'll be 3 full weeks that I will have been off the air, and it's been weird.
Wow. Do you know how you got it?
I don't. No. I would assume it was just from being out and about, probably at Gov't Taco one day, just talking to customers or something. But we did not have any sort of outbreak at the restaurant or anything. So
the communication has been on point, Jay, from Gov't Taco. Y'all have been killing it. And thanks for keeping us updated. I know there's a whole lot of folks out there that appreciate that too. So, we appreciate that.
Yeah, there were a few times earlier during, since we opened in November and now that we actually had to shut down for a few days, those were all related to positive cases in our employment staff that we knew had direct contact with other employees. And we just wanted to mitigate the risk of spreading it internally and then to customers as well. In my case, fortunately, there was a little bit of a buffer there where I really didn't have direct contact with my employees for a few days. Once I found out that I had tested positive, it was on a Monday. We were closed on Sunday. I wasn't there on Saturday. And so we were kind of able to back it up and say, as long as we keep me isolated, we should be okay. So it's been a weird quarantine, but I'm surviving.
Is there a taco there?
at my house?
No, I hope you haven't had any in a few, but yeah. I mean, a quarantine taco?
A corn taco. Not as of now. The new taco of the month, the Botus, the brisket of the United States.
I saw that. Oh my goodness, I saw that. I just tried the Philly too, the filibuster.
Yeah. Oh, the filibuster is awesome. That's our coffee chili rubbed braised beef with the queso and the onions and the bell peppers, like a Philly cheesesteak taco.
It's good, man. I had me one. I'm still clucks. I'm still heavy on the clucks and, supplementing with the Buffalo Bill. But Danny is also concerned. He would like you to throw him a clucks, steak of the union, and filibuster taco. Please, mister. Hey, mister, throw him some tacos. Mardi Gras style.
Love it. You got it, Danny.
Okay. Danny, you have it right there.
Yeah.
Set. So
Jay, Jay, your new book, how's it doing?
Yeah, there's another project we can talk about. So my first ever cookbook is Jay Ducote's Louisiana Outdoor Cooking, published by the LSU Press. Lots of tailgating, lots of growing up hunting and fishing and Louisiana outdoor cooking, backyard kind of stuff in there, barbecue. It's doing really well so far. Actually, the LSU Press sold out of the first printing of it right before the holidays. So I'm about to get my second shipment, which I'm excited about that now that the LSU Press has put a second printing together. So I think that's a good sign that we were able to sell out of their entire first run of printing that quickly and now get it back out of there on the shelves. And so I'm about to hit the ground a little bit harder, pushing it here in year two. It released September of 2020. And of course, and under normal circumstances, I would have been doing the Louisiana Book Festival and all sorts of appearances and signings and cooking demos and all sorts of stuff like that. But with everything that's going on with COVID, that's been more and more difficult. And so promoting a cookbook during this time has been a little bit strange as well. But overall, it's going really well, and it's been a fun project to have out there, and it's pretty neat to have a book with my face on the cover.
Was that the book that you were writing when you go escape at the lake house or something? I think was that the one?
It is, but man, it was a lot of work, and it was it's the book especially because I wanted to put so much into it, and it was such a different level of organization and just attention to detail than what I usually work with. And so it took a long time put it all together, because I kept getting distracted with everything else that was going on in my life. I'd go film Food Network Star, and the book would get put on the back burner, and everything that happened in my life, the book is really kind of what would take a back seat.
It does take a lot of time. I did not realize it until I published my book, like how many times you have to write and rewrite and edit and get input and refix. It's so much.
Yeah.
And then you hold it in your hand, the first copy. I remember when I held it, it just felt like, oh, it's my baby.
Yeah. It was a pretty neat feeling opening it up for the first time and actually, holding that hard copy.
That's awesome. I love the book. Thank you for the message inside the book, Jay. I know as soon as that puppy was available, I was ready to sign up. Give me one. Let's do this. I can't wait to use it. I have not used it yet. It is sitting on our shelf looking dandy.
There you go. That's all right. You'll crack it open and find a recipe.
I cooked Chick-fil-A and then Chick-fil-A again today. So that's what I cooked today. And when I get down to it, though, and I hope to have some time with the weekend coming up, I do hope that there's a lot of people that are taking that and aren't they like posting pics or showing you what they're using your products with? They fire back with what they're using, what you're putting out, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. That's definitely one of the rewarding things about it is, and just the world that we live in now with social media and everything else, is that people will cook a recipe out of the cookbook and then tag me on Instagram or whatever the case might be. It's always fun to see, and it's been cool. Jay Ducote's Louisiana Outdoor Cooking is jducote.com.
Yeah.
To get a copy.
Love it. Look, we got another comment that I'm going to bring up here. I'm sorry, I don't know who's asking the question. I apologize, but do you keep up with any of your next Food Network stars cast members? And I think I know the answer, but please, Jay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go on Facebook and see who's asked that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Food Network Star was the biggest show that I've done. That was season 11. I finished runner-up and had a great cast. Wow. And I have been able to keep in touch with a lot of those cast members. Actually, this poster right behind me right here is from the James Beard House in New York, where I cooked with Dom, Arnold, and Alex that were on the final season, or that were finalists on Food Network Star with me. Eddie Jackson, who ended up winning that season, and I recently did a video shoot together. So we've been able to stay in touch. There's quite a few of the other cast members, Rue and more that I have kept in touch with over the years, and it's always cool to see what they're up to. But Alex McCoy in DC is probably the one that I've kept in touch with the most, and been to his restaurants in DC a number of times. And then my buddy Dom Tesserero, man, he's always a good one. He's been on radio.
When they come in and visit you, or I think I was out a time or two and saw you with them. I was like, you look familiar. Oh my God, that's dope. I mean, it's so crazy to see these personalities. And Jay, you were one of them. Like, it's crazy on our show talking about being one of these personalities. I mean, it's a crazy experience, amazing experience, and you also got robbed.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I agree. I really thought I had it won. It's hard to believe that was 6 years ago now.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Oh my gosh, Jay. Do you know why that's right?
Yeah.
Summer of
the first time or second time we got out with kids. Our daughter, you remember that? Like, we went crazy and had fun. Me and Michelle.
Yeah.
Woo! We had a good time, Jay. Thank you for letting us parents out once and giving us a reason.
Absolutely. It was pretty much this time of year, 2015, that I went to Los Angeles to film Food Network.
Wow.
And then it was summer of 2015 that it aired.
And it was hush hush, right? Like, you couldn't talk about it after.
That's right. That's right.
That was so exciting.
We have an interesting comment. And before so one of the things we were talking about before we started the show is the Chinese New Year and how Rob is a rat and Jay was listening and he's like, wow, these people are weird. So look at this comment now.
Guess who that is, Jay? You're not going to guess who that is. I got it now. I know who it is.
Who's that?
That's one of the first guests of our show. He's hint. He upgraded. He's now a mayor. A mayor.
What? Oh, the mayor of Monroe.
That would be
Friday
Mayor
Ellis.
Ellis, Mr. Friday Ellis, Mayor. Come on, of Monroe. He is commenting on our show, Dima. We picked a big time.
Yeah.
This is the show that's going to launch us.
I love it, man. Friday, thanks for watching.
I love that, man.
Congrats to everything that you've been going through, and keep up the good work up there, man. I need to get back to Fun Row pretty soon. And I owe Corey Barr a visit for dinner and some coffee, and the guys at Flying Tiger Brewing and I do some stuff together. I need to get up there and check out the brewery. Again, I'm done before, but
love it.
Always good to get back.
Always good. This is amazing. We're getting some good comments, some good interaction.
Keep it coming, guys. Any questions, let me know.
Look, this is Friday saying that he's trying to be like you. We're all trying to be like him. We're all trying to be like him, Friday. And I'm trying to be like you both. And Dima, where are you at on this? I'm surrounded by two authors. Both have had, I think, some keynote speakers, right? Y'all some keynote speakers here. This is amazing. I'm kind of starstruck right now. Just saying. Not at a loss for words.
Loving the energy. This is good. Yeah. So we've been wanting to get you on the show for a while, Jay. As we've been talking about it for months. So we're glad that you're finally here, and look how excited we are, and how excited Rob is. So that's
So Rob and I have done quite a few different things together. Of course, Hogs for the Cause teams,
yes,
and things like that. I love Rob's spirit and his passion and his enthusiasm, and such an infectious personality. He's one of those guys that for me, it's like I gravitate to somebody like Rob. I gravitate to Rob specifically, right when he walks in the door. And I think we just have that kind of energy together,
Hugs.
Always.
Hugs.
Always.
Can we talk, Dima? Let's talk about this. Really good. I think, I had the last public hug, I think, was probably either Jay or either Dima. So just saying.
My hug was in November. When was your hug, Jay?
We hugged at Gov't Taco
definitely
a month ago, probably.
Definitely. And I'm just saying, hugging, being hugging what it is. How much do you miss it? Like the actual non-icky hugging part.
I miss it tremendously.
Because it was Hug JD.
Yeah. I for a while, I put hugger on my business card. Like I'm a professional hugger. One of my job titles. I miss that type of human interaction. Certainly right now while quarantining, it's been really tough. Certainly when I have been at Gov't Taco, or when I get back over there, it helps a little bit just to be around people and to have people like you come in, and even if we're wearing masks and trying to do proper things, still get a hug in every now and then. But yeah, I am a hugger, and it's been one of the weirdest things about this entire pandemic has been adjusting to that level of social distancing and really trying to keep space between people, and even with masks on, not invading people's space.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I'm a little stunned here. So Katie Plaisance is the one who's asking all these amazing questions, and we got to show this next one. This is about Jay, but let's just bring this up for a second. What would Rob's book be about?
Yes.
TED Talk.
Let's hear it.
I'll let y'all guess. Can y'all guess for me?
Huh.
Wow.
Huh.
Winner gets a taco. Just
This
saying.
is definitely not cooking. Cookbook.
Even when I was on the cooking team, I was still in charge of logistics.
You were in charge
good
of
at it.
cooking. That's what you were in charge of.
Occasionally a fire or two.
Yeah.
Jay, what would my you've had a TED Talk, Jay. Yours. Successful. What would mine be about? I want to hear it from someone who's had a TED Talk. Like Dima.
Well, Jay and I, we had it. Our talk was the same year, wasn't it?
That's right.
Year?
It
Yeah.
sure was.
And the Pachacucha. Remember the Pachacucha?
Oh, have you done that,
that's
Dima?
right.
Yeah, we both did it. The same event. Yeah.
You both did.
That was a really cool event.
That's the first event in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a cool one.
Yeah.
My TED Talk, TEDx LSU was about the coffee project that I work on and connecting the dots with a grad school colleague that's now running a political science program that's dealing with coffee in the Dominican Republic. And it was that was one of the hardest speeches that I've ever done because of how much rehearsal and practice and scripting goes into it. I usually speak very off the cuff, very just on the fly. I try not to be scripted and rehearsed, and the TEDx LSU talk was like, nope, you're completely scripted and completely rehearsed, and on a timer, and so it was just different. But Rob, I feel like for you, I don't know, man. It's like I feel like some sort of enthusiastic leadership is what I would get out of you.
Nice.
Something about how to get the most out of people by making them happy.
That is exactly what it would be about. Now, Jay, can you write my book?
Maybe. Huh.
We're going to get Dima to proof it.
About too, like knowing you, Rob, and us working together with the coaching and all of this. Two talks came to my mind. The first one is related to community engagement and being a leader in the community and influencing change. And the other one is employee engagement and getting the best. So here you go. We got your topic. Now go right.
Okay.
That's it.
I will start now. Well, I'm going to start after the show because I got so many more questions. But Dima, ask away because I know I go back far with this man and I love him. So I get so excited. So please.
I can see the excitement. It's so great. So Jay, what's next?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
So, the big things right now are the Jay Ducote show on Talk 107.3 and growing that. Really trying to grow not only the radio side of it, but some of the digital assets as well. The next step, I think, or the next part of what's next is what's next with Gov't Taco. We opened in November. We opened on Election Day. We don't know what it's like to have this restaurant open when it's not during a pandemic. So I think part of it's just going to take time. Part of it's just going to take, bearing with what 2021 holds and what the pandemic holds and seeing where Gov't Taco takes us during this time, but then also really trying to look at what's next for Gov't Taco, and is that internal growth with the location we have? Is that multiple locations? If it's multiple locations, what does that mean? Are we, putting one in New Orleans or Nashville or Austin, or are we putting one in Denham Springs or Prairieville? So there's a lot to start thinking about there. But really right now the focus is getting this one really, established and doing that during this pandemic. And then the third really major focal point for me is the product line. the barbecue sauce, the molasses mustard, the barbecue rub, and then I just launched three more rubs that are about to start really hitting the market this spring. The wine, the coffee, everything else that I want to do in that world, the book, and really keeping that JD's brand and the JD's product line growing, and really a big part of what I need to be working on and what's next is true focus on growth of that. You know, it's been out there, it's been stable, it's been building a brand locally, it's been following me around, but it's really time to take it to the next level and to get it out there even more through distribution, through e-commerce, through whatever aspects I can find to push it out there. So that's all really what's next. I don't have anything else huge to announce or anything like that. No Food Network shows coming up or anything like that right now, but I'm always keeping an eye out for things like that too.
Wow. That's great.
You got to announce that corn taco. That's what you got to announce. It's not going away, Jay.
No.
Here in my stomach. I'm just so excited about more tacos. Can I just
more tacos? There will be more. That's definitely definitely a big part of it. Adding more tacos to the menu, more tacos of the month, more Super Tuesday taco specials. Lent's coming up pretty soon.
Why Nashville when you have Monroe?
There you go. Monroe could be a fun call, actually. That's certainly another thought or another idea is how do we grow it around Louisiana?
You know, there's a good location next to this cigar shop that might work out.
Huh.
Perfect.
I like it.
And there's a bring it. So now you're being challenged, Jay. It's gonna happen. You can announce that.
Bring it.
Let's do this.
Friday's on it, and he's gonna make this happen. So
I appreciate that.
Well, you have the mayor's support, so that's
Rob, we need to make a trip, man.
I am so down. You know, I'm absolutely would love that. Them Ellis's are amazing, and I actually need to stock up on Governor's on some more cigars. Mine are all gone. I got like 2 left, and those are for me. Going like hotcakes. So, you know, Jay, we're talking about this. Does that seem exciting or stressful when you're talking about multiple locations? I mean, that obviously comes with growth, but you know, what does that seem like to you?
It's both
good answer
and stressful. You know, I've got a great team. I think that's a big part of anybody's success is to surround themselves with a great team. I have a team that I'm not scared to put some stuff on their shoulders and to say, you know, like let's push, let's do something and have people there to help back me up. But that being said, growing multiple locations requires growing that team and requires more people and more organization and more of everything. And so, there certainly is. There's excitement to it because I love the brand building part of it. You know, I think what I've really come to enjoy about everything that I've kind of dabbled in here is building the brand. And for the most part, that brand that I've been building has kind of been my brand. It's been my personal brand. It's been my journey through all these Food Network shows and barbecue sauce and competitions or whatever the case might be. And Gov't Taco has been an opportunity to kind of create a different brand that doesn't have to be me. But obviously I'm very tied to it. And so, but it gives a different opportunity for growth. You know, it's not it's not Jay Ducote's Louisiana Outdoor Cooking and you need my picture on the cover. I want Gov't Taco to grow beyond it mattering whether it's me or not. So I think that's exciting, but it's kind of scary at the same time.
Dima, let me ask one more question. I want you to hop in. This summer, Jay, you helped the brother out. I asked a favor. You came through for me. There was this, and Dima too. I mean, both of you had your hands in this and made an amazing impact over the summer with the Louisiana Youth Seminar. And so I asked y'all to I had a specific topic for each day. You each gave me this nice recorded message. And I kind of want to go back on the leadership stuff, because if you're talking about doing all this stuff, Jay, what has this journey taught you about leadership? Because you now have a staff that you've grown from beyond biting booze. It's Gov't Taco Plus. You've got a producer in Chuck P, man. I mean, come on. You talked about building, for you to grow, you've talked about having to build the team, but you've got an amazing team. So what have you learned leadership-wise through this journey?
I've certainly learned that it's difficult. I think a lot of what I've learned, probably maybe this is just me spitballing by all means, but like I know that my like core weakness there is management. I am not a micromanager. I am not a day-to-day manager of people. I have to have people that understand a vision and that can go out and attack without me having to tell them what to do. I am not ever going to be a good or successful restaurant manager, because I don't want that many employees reporting to me saying, what do you need me to do? I want people that know what to do. I need my managers to be those people, but that's not me. And I think one of the main things to learn about leadership is certainly to recognize what kind of leader you are, and to embrace your strengths and to acknowledge your weaknesses and find people to fill in where you're not the strongest. I am not, and I knew this when I was teaching high school, I'm not a disciplinarian. I don't enjoy it. It's not what I do. It's never something that I'm going to be good at. And so I need to remove myself from roles that require me to be the bad guy, because I'm not going to be. And I think as far as leadership goes, learning that, understanding that, being able to figure that out about myself has allowed me to put the right people in place to do those things, so that I can focus on more of, I guess, more the visionary leadership kind of stuff that I like to do. I always want to be thinking about what's next. I always want to be looking a year down the line. I don't want to be worried about, the day-to-day per se. So I think that's been a big part of it.
Well, just the fact that you've been away for 2.5 weeks and things are working without you being there. One time, a manager I worked with told me that the best manager or leader is the one who disappears for a month and the operation just keeps going without him or her. And it sounds like you're doing that. So you're able to depend on them. They're getting the work done. And I'm sure you're motivated. You're always thinking of ways to motivate them and keep them energized.
Yeah, I could probably do a better job at that. I'm sure we could all do a better job at a lot of things, but yes, I mean, ultimately, I think that is probably pretty accurate. A little bit tricky when out with COVID, but yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Is I want the culture of Gov't Taco, and I want the culture of the Jay Ducote Show, and I want the culture of all that to be places that people want to be. And I think that's where I sit at the top, where I have the ability to really impact that. And it's not necessarily the day-to-day, it's the big picture stuff.
Yeah. So Rob and I see you, Rob, smiling, and I have a feeling you're smiling at what I'm smiling about. So let me show a few things. As you were talking, Jay, we were reading the comments. And Friday is very busy commenting. Does the mayor get to name the tacos? Like, right? Then he gave you ideas of what to name them.
Ellis Island Taco. There you
go. Love it.
So, okay. So Friday, what are the ingredients of these tacos?
Good question.
So go ahead, tell us. Are they spicy? What's in these tacos?
It's got to be a good mix.
You can't be a good mix. Yeah, you can't just name them. We need to know what they're made of.
We might need to bring some outside elements into this too, maybe.
What's the Ellis Island Taco? We can do some stuff there. I like it.
Jay, do people come up to you like me and Friday and always talk to you about new tacos and like name us a taco? It's this other taco idea we have.
That is it is somewhat regular, yes.
Can you tell me in a week how many new taco ideas you get handed?
Or
mailed in?
A dozen or so, probably. I mean, it comes from all over the place.
We're going to need new locations.
Yeah, lots of customers that come in that have ideas. Lots of people that just see the puns that we come up with that start sending in their own.
Well, that would be something interesting to do. Something like to encourage people to share their recipes with you, and then you name the tacos after them. Yeah. Because apparently Friday is very busy, so he wants a taco that has all meats.
All the meats.
And then I'm guessing that's him too. So I don't know what all of them are, but maybe
all of the meats.
All of
the meats. So yeah, you need a taco that has all of the meats. And then we have another comment, something about New York things.
Katie's killing it tonight. I love
it's the Ellis Island Taco. You know, that's New York things.
New York things, island things.
Yeah,
love it.
Well, maybe we'll do Middle Eastern things too. So I'll
Ooh, yes.
There we go. The Dima taco.
13. That's 13 for the week, Jay. That's number 13 right there.
That's it. They just start racking up. You know?
That might be 13 for the show. I lost count because tacos.
Yes.
Again. And barbecue sauce, and sweet molasses honey mustard and rubs.
Yes.
Yeah, and all of those and stickers. Jay, I love your stickers.
Oh, appreciate it.
I only have 2 stickers on my vehicle. It's that good old Irish sticker, right? And then it's, Jay sticker. That's where I'm at in my life.
That's awesome. I was cooking a goat over an open fire last time I saw him. I guess that was
That's Friday. Again, Friday.
Okay. Okay. So that was in outside of Shreveport, Mahaffey Farms. A goat meat taco, not currently on the menu. I believe we at White Star Market ran a cabrito taco at some point, but just like a one-day thing. Yeah, the whole lamb. We've done lamb tacos before as well. But again, like a lot of times we do something like that. Sometimes we'll do it as a taco of the month. Sometimes we'll do it as just like a one-day thing. Either you get it or you don't, which we'll start doing. We'll start doing Fridays during Lent, just one-day tacos. And then after Lent, we'll switch that over to Tuesdays, and we'll go back to like we used to have at White Star, our Super Tuesday special, and just do a crazy taco every Tuesday. That's kind of the goal. But we've just had to there's been a lot to get this new restaurant settled and get our feet under us and make sure what we're doing is consistent and correct before we start trying to do too much. Run before you or walk before you run, I guess.
Well, your drink menu is just as extensive, right? You have a lot of good puns there, some really good stuff that you're serving up at the bar too.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the most fun parts for the new Gov't Taco location for me is that this is the first time that I've ever actually had control of a bar and gotten to make decisions on which beers we're going to have on tap and cocktail menus and spirit choices and things like that. And I've really enjoyed the curation part of the bar side of Gov't Taco. And really, this new location, that's where I have spent more time. The food side of it, I have a really great team that's been building that food side since White Star, and that, you know, a lot of those recipes were established already. A lot of them we've had in mind for a while. I've got Blake Fauché, who's my kitchen manager over there, who just does a great job prepping everything, and Teresa Albornoz, who's my general manager and executive chef. And so they've got the food side covered. The bar side was really kind of what was new, what we didn't have a blueprint for already, and where I've been able to focus even more. And then also all those relationships with all the beer, wine, and spirits vendors and people like that I've developed over years and years. Now I'm actually getting to use those and you know, flex those muscles a little bit. So it's been cool. And
the bartender, when I was there, he's just so patient, and he was explaining all the details and having Adrian and I taste some things before he mixed them to make sure that we're going to be happy. It was really good. So now you got the Elias Island tea.
Yes, Ellis Island tea, like a Long Island iced tea.
Once you open the location in Monroe, on Fridays, you have the Friday special. It has goat, and you serve the Elias tea.
Perfect.
You got it. You got it.
Ready.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so Danny's got some questions too. I mean, we're going to lay it on you, Jay. The public wants to know.
So, secret menu items.
Good one, Danny.
So there are a lot of different combinations that people can do, and there's a lot of substitutions that you can make. I mean, just, you know, so there's a chimichurri sauce that we have on the Magna Carrot taco that goes really well on some of the beef tacos as well. So just, you know, not being afraid to, you know, look at what you could substitute or change out some sauces or change some garnishes. That's really, for the most part, the secret menu. The Nacho My Taco used to be a little bit more of a secret menu at White Star. It's actually on the menu now, but I think it is a little bit under the radar still. It's basically where we'll take whichever taco you want and we'll turn it into a giant plate of nachos. And so you get all the ingredients from that taco. So Rob, you can get Clucks and Balances.
Oh my.
Yeah. Or Buffalo Bill nachos, or you know what?
Are y'all still open right now?
Yeah. Open for another hour.
On toast.
Oh, Rob, you want to go?
Toast. I'm getting on toast. I do have, Jay. I was thinking about you. I have a personal preference. I've been trying to figure out, what do I like, flour or corn?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I like corn. Comes with 2.
Yeah.
Which gave me the idea, and I know it goes against branding. Tommy might shoot me, and I don't want to do that. And I don't want Narisha to kick me out because she helped build the place.
Yeah.
But Clucks and Balances burrito?
Yeah, you're going to get kicked out.
God damn. Dang.
So we have the nachos was kind of
that's edgy.
Yeah, it was our kind of one thing to say, like, okay, we can serve this in a different way. But we really have shied away from quesadillas or burritos or anything like that. Like, it's Gov't Taco.
Never asking it again.
We are not an authentic Mexican restaurant. We are not, like, it's playful, it's creative, it's a modern American taco shop. And we really feel like if we went to this menu where it was like burritos and quesadillas, then it's Zippy's, or it's any other Mexican restaurant, and we aren't that. We aren't trying to be that. And so we really have kind of stuck to our guns that all of these flavors, all of these portions, all these ingredients have been designed for a balance in textures and flavors of each taco, and we don't really want to change that into burritos and quesadillas and all that other stuff as well.
Makes sense. I had a taco accident, if you will, because the two separated and one came over the top, and I was like, this is genius. This is perfect for eating in the car. I can eat this down government.
I like it. Now, I think Danny had another question there.
He did. It was any coffee beverages coming to Gov't Taco.
So we have a coffee pot at Gov't Taco, like, so my staff can drink coffee. If any customer requests coffee, we will brew them coffee, but it's just black coffee.
You're off the menu, Danny.
We do not have any plans right now for coffee specific cocktails or other beverages like that. But that could be interesting to look at some sort of cold brew or something as an ingredient in a mezcal or tequila cocktail for the spring or something. So that we can keep that in mind.
Wow. I feel so hungry right now. I am considering going there. What time do you close?
Tonight we close at 9. So
we can do it.
Rob,
we can still make it, Dima.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there. We'll chit chat after the show.
There you go.
I'll meet you at 8:15.
It takes 15 minutes. I order via toast. By the time I get there, it's ready. I see Blair. They're handing to me in a box or 2 boxes. I'm rolling out.
Yep, you're good. You're good right now. Use that Toast Takeout app, or you can just go to govttaco.com, govttaco.com, and place your online order right there. That's a good way to do it too.
That's a good one. Dima, what are you going to ask this man? We have but a few moments and minutes left. What else do we need to inform or what else we need to ask Jay? Because I could ask him a million things.
I'm trying to think. Wow, I don't know what this comment is. It's not a question, but what does that?
Spiked horchata.
So horchata is a milk punch, usually flavored with like cinnamon, nutmeg, things like that. We've run one in our agua fresca machine. Spiked, you would just throw some alcohol in it. We've done it with brandy. We've done it with some other stuff, and it works really well. Yeah, horchata's good.
Now Mardi Gras. This is the first Mardi Gras since you started your restaurant. So anything interesting for Mardi Gras?
Nothing necessarily for right now or for Mardi Gras, but once we get to Lent, we will have those Friday Lent specials for all the seafood eaters on Friday. Fat Tuesday, we don't really have anything. I mean, it'll be a Taco Tuesday. We'll be open, but there's nothing necessarily planned. Now Mondays are always great for margaritas at Gov't Taco. It's Margarita Monday. Monday the 22nd is also National Margarita Day. So basically Monday the 22nd, everybody needs to come hang out at Gov't Taco and drink margaritas with me.
Will y'all open an hour later on Tuesday?
Perhaps.
Wow.
Different crew comes in and opens the next day.
I thought you'll have king cake tacos.
Oh,
yeah,
my.
we've never done a king cake taco. Yeah.
I was thinking some breakfast tacos. And look, this is now the 26th idea for tacos that he's gotten during this show. And it's only Wednesday.
It's like, Rob, stop.
We're getting it all out now, though.
Yeah. We've had lots and lots and lots of requests for breakfast tacos over the years. We, quite frankly, don't want to be open for breakfast. So that's kind of the
too
answer.
early, Jay.
We open at 11 a.m. I really feel like a taco joint needs to do breakfast and lunch, or needs to do lunch and drinks. And that's the direction we wanted to go, was to really focus on the bar. And focusing on breakfast and the bar is just tough. Not saying it's impossible if you got the right mom and pop setup and you know the right stable of employees and you're doing that, but like to try to replicate something, I don't know. It's tough to operate food service establishments that also have a bar that you're trying to do, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner and bar.
That's a lot.
So we just said no to breakfast. Like we don't need to be slinging breakfast tacos like that. Brunch is thrown out there. We are closed on Sundays. We're the government. We shut down on Sundays. The Chick-fil-A model, I guess. That's the plan for the foreseeable future. We started when we opened at White Star Market. We started closed on Sundays, and then White Star kind of made us open on Sundays, and we didn't like it. I really like being able to offer my staff a day off a week. I like everybody being able to be off. I like that being Sunday so people can spend time with their families or do whatever they want to do. I like being open consistently Monday through Friday. We blow it out Saturday. We close Sunday, and I think it's working out pretty well. So that's the intention, is to stay that way. But because of that, we don't really have any sort of Sunday brunch focus. We could do something on Saturdays, but it's not, quite frankly. Saturdays are so big and busy anyway that maybe at some point we'll look at running some sort of brunch special on Saturday mornings, but no plans on that right now.
Jay, switching gears for a second, the radio show, I mean, that's a big part of your day, obviously, and Gov't Taco as well, and you're juggling a lot of things. What is something about the radio show that maybe folks on our show, folks watching our show wouldn't know?
Yeah, so the Jay Ducote show that kind of transitioned from the Bite and Booze show to the Jay Ducote show at the end of 2019. It's 2 hours Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. So a daily drive home, primetime traffic, when people are in their car, afternoon commute show. It's meant to be a happy hour show. It's fun. It tries to not be too wrapped up into news and politics. Obviously, if there's something we have to cover, then we cover it, and I put those political science degrees to use. But generally speaking, it's much more arts, entertainment, culture, food, drink, just trying to have fun and provide entertainment for that drive home. So that's really the focus of it. For me, it's kind of nice because I'll work a full day, and then from 4 to 6 p.m., I just get to go kind of share my experiences. And it's almost a way to like debrief from my day, and get on the air and get to hang out with the listeners and my Facebook Live audience and just enjoy a completely different style of output. It's kind of interesting because my entire day is so much different, and then I get to the studio and I do a 2-hour drive home radio show, and it ends up being like some of the coolest 2 hours of my day because I get to forget about everything else and just focus on that.
And I mean, you did your podcast. You've had your podcast for a while. Was radio any different? Was there any kind of learning curve?
So I've really always done radio. Some of that radio has been podcasted, but really since the Bite and Booze show started, it was a radio show. And so no, radio is really kind of more where I feel at home. Although I've been doing it for years now, and I still have plenty to learn and plenty to get better at. But I think that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it is that it is something that that I am always able to be learning, and I'm always able to kind of look at what's next and what's possible. It is streamed, talk1073.com. There's a Talk 1073 app. There's lots of ways to listen to it, streaming digitally. It's also currently, every show is broadcast Facebook Live on the Talk 1073 page, and then I'll share it to the Jay Ducote page as well.
Good stuff. And I just threw it out there for the folks that are watching. We've got it right here, talk1073.com, and then you got Jay's show. That's his website. You'll get some information there. You can listen. I check you out on Facebook, my man. That's the easiest. Yep. I get the alert. I'm getting notified. I get to see your face and listen to you.
Yep.
Not to mention, when y'all go on radio break, I get to get like a little insider view. I feel like it's the Howard Stern show. I just get back, you know what I mean? Not like in content wise, but just I get this backstage view, and I love it. It's great. I feel connected. So the link's there. Everyone needs to check that puppy out because that's a good show. Love tuning into that show, Jay.
Appreciate it. It's been fun.
Well, this was such a great show. Thank you for joining us and sharing all of these amazing about tacos and business and employees. It was great. And thanks to our viewers with all the fun comments. I laughed so much today. It was great. So we're looking forward to the Friday taco, and we're looking forward to Dima taco.
That is absolutely it. Jay, thank you so much, man. Do you have any goodbye comments for everyone that's been watching?
Love you, Rob, and Dima. It's a pleasure to catch up with you. Thank you all for having me. Fun to chit chat with you. I've seen you guys doing this a bunch all the way through quarantine, and appreciate y'all having me on.
We love having you on. Thank you for being a guest, brother, and get better.
Yes, sir.
Stay safe and get well, my friend.
Will do.
A pleasure. Have a good one, everybody. That's our show for today, and we had an amazing one with Jay. And yes, I tried to rhyme that today. But if you have a guest that we can have on our Chit Chat show, we're always looking for that great guest speaker, community leader, or someone who has a story to tell. So please tag or post them in the comments so we can get in touch. And I think there's some social media you can also throw out there for us. Thank you for being a viewer today. And thanks for watching the Chit Chat with Dima and Rob. Thank you. Have a great one, everybody.